Welcome to a special Beacons of Light web episode where we continue to discuss the important work of the Knights of Columbus and how the Knights help the Bishop Ott Shelter and our ministry at St. Vincent de Paul. Joining me today are Joe Lockwood and Cliff Murphy. Joe, tell us a little bit about your council and what you do to make our world a better place.
Well, our council at St. Joseph Cathedral is Council 13632. We're one of the newest councils in the Baton Rouge area. We were chartered just in 2004, so we're in our 10th year. We have a very active council that has experienced great growth every year. And I think the common thread that runs through many of the works that we do is that it is, in one sense or another, pro-life work. Now, that's not just the work, for example, at supporting the Pro Vita benefit dinner, for example, or the prayer vigil at 40 Days for Life. We participate in those things, and that's certainly pro-life work. But also our expanded work with Special Olympians in our area is pro-life work, as is the service that we attempt to render at the Bishop Ott Shelter and the Joseph Homes, where we provide meals and participate with the residents and staff in their meetings. And also, just coming up, we have our Mental Disability Fund, which is a Tootsie Roll drive, where we invite our parishioners and friends to purchase the most expensive Tootsie Roll they've ever bought. And the proceeds of that fundraiser go to St. Mary's Residential Training Facility up near Alexandria, which is a great place that I visited for the first time just last spring when we delivered the fruits of our fund drive. So I think, as I say, one of the great things about the Knights is it gets us involved in all kinds of pro-life work in which we recognize the dignity of the human person regardless of circumstances.
And dignity and respect for human life is so important. Cliff, talk a little bit about how the Bishop Ott Assembly started serving meals at the Bishop Ott Shelter.
The Bishop Ott Assembly is the second assembly that's here in the Baton Rouge, Monsignor Gassler and the Bishop Ott. And we wanted to do something to honor Bishop Ott in his later times in life when he knew that he was terminal. And when we wanted the new assembly, we got him to join, and it was a Baton Rouge assembly at that time. So it was great having him as part of the Baton Rouge assembly, knowing that it would be the future Bishop Ott assembly. So when he passed on, we wanted to do something that we knew that he wanted us to do, and we knew that the Bishop Ott Shelter was named for him, and that he would really be looking down on us and helping us when we served the Bishop Ott Shelter. So we became involved in serving food at the shelter, and that has grown and kept with us, and every member of the assembly has really looked forward to doing that. Knowing that we're serving God's will and we're serving Bishop Ott's will. Then we've expanded that to the Joseph House, which is formed here under the Catholic Charities, to look at to help the people, the men that have served their term in incarceration and now coming out to the free world. They have their monthly meetings, their weekly meetings, and we serve them a supper for that meeting every week. We do it every month, once a month. But those are two programs that our assembly participates in and really looks forward to. Has the dignity that we get out of it, with serving those guys that they're so appreciative. And
has it strengthened your faith lives?
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, it has to. When you go there and you see and you have a feeling that you're helping them and you're listening to, you're part of their meeting. We participate in the meeting and we listen to their problems. And gosh, your faith is strengthened tenfold. You listen to some of the problems and you just thank God for the blessings that we have and that we're able to share with them to hopefully get them back on the right road that they're all trying to do, whether they're homeless, they've been incarcerated, they've got problems, and we're hopefully there to help them. And so it's got to strengthen our faith.
We do see that at the Bishop Ott Shelter, how your help is translated in helping to give a hand up to people who truly need it. Thank you so much, Joe, and thank you so much, Cliff, for being on today's show and sharing how bringing Christ's bright light of hope and compassion to the poor and homeless is so important in our world. People in need truly need to hear God's love, and that can always be brought to someone in need by you and I. So thank you for tuning in to today's Beacons of Light special web episode. We'll see you again next week on Beacons of Light.